All right, welcome back to another episode of BSTV. Today we're doing the challenge, my favorite reality show of all time.
Pretty good. You got me hooked, so.
You wanted a different title for this video. You wanted Frenemies.
Frenemies. Yeah.
I just think Olivia got no friends. So, everyone's just an enemy, but you don't know it.
Yeah.
So, I got my notes for the episode here. We'll get into Olivia, but starts out with Zara going home. And that's not Zara. There's Nerys. There's another star of the episode. And basically, Horacio enters and pretends that Kylan returns from the elimination and pretends that Horacio also got eliminated. Everyone's excited. A couple people are upset.
Mm-hmm.
Then he
and
comes
Olivia,
back.
No, wait. First of all, Olivia's bawling her eyes out. Like, he always protected me, and I always thought I really doubted him. And she's, losing her
Yeah, you don't know what you got till it's gone, right?
Yeah, and so she was so upset.
Then Horacio comes back, and then they kind of, edit it out. I feel like... So no one figured out that Kyle was just playing a joke that everyone started crying on, and then he felt bad?
They only have an hour and a half. So.
Yeah, so I think they edited some stuff out. And then they have an elimination to decide who is going to get control in the game for the final. And, of course, Jay's probably going to win it because it has to do with a hook and rock climbing and stopping it at the very last second before you fall into the water and seeing who saves the least amount of rope. But they don't explain this to the audience.
No, we're really confused.
One of my biggest pet peeves of the challenge all the time, they don't explain the rules to the audience. You have, so it's I wonder if it's the same thing to the contestants, because it's always such an advantage to not go first, so you get to see the other contestants go.
I'm sure they ask questions, though, don't you think? They just don't show that stuff because it's all fluff.
So, in this season, they brought in champions, and Jordan came back for one of them. And then I did some reading after the episode because some of the editing didn't make sense, and Jordan had a Q&A on his Instagram or Twitter or something, and he explained they don't really explain the rules to the players either.
Oh.
Because at one point in his episode, he stopped, and it showed him counting 1, 2, and it looked like he was a jerk, giving the other guy points a head start.
Right.
And then in his explanation, he said, no, I was counting the points to the judges, saying, I'm just going to keep letting him get points till you explain to me the rules.
Maybe because they've just started doing all these new games, they actually don't know what the rules are.
They do make them up, and they
right. So they're probably not really tested and tried. They probably test them on themselves, and they're like, yeah, this makes sense to us because they're the ones that
they have a test group. They have
right?
they have some people who are fake competitors behind the scenes who test these games for them. But there's things that do happen, in Jordan's elimination.
Flaws.
I don't want to talk about this too much, but Jordan said they told them no wrestling, and then they let the other guy against him. I think it was the British Army guy with the neck tattoos. Mm-hmm. He started wrestling Jordan, and then that's when Jordan started counting. He was upset. So if we could just wrestle, I'm just going to hold him down and get 1 point. Okay. So anyways, they don't explain the rules.
Right.
So. And then after, Jay wins, obviously, because he's the rock climber. So, they pick events that are set up for someone to win all the time. Why would there be a rock climbing event at this, or using an implement of rock climbing, when there's one rock climber on the show if you don't want him to win at this really key moment in the show? Mm-hmm. Anyways, and then after, they have to choose the order of how people should go. And Berna goes up and is trying to, pretend to throw in Olivia because it's a brilliant move for the team. But she's so not transparent. She's just totally doing this whole thing because she knows if it goes another order, it's going to be her going in. So she's trying to play it up she was trying to save Colleen, Berna, when she went up to Jay and Michelle in the club. And she's trying to tell them she's trying to be we got to not put Colleen, and it's so obvious what she's trying to do, and then she leaves and they're like, what was that? Berna's so low ranking on the team, and this is so not worth talking about, apparently, judging by your attitude. You don't even remember that part.
Well, because you didn't really introduce her properly. You just went off and...
That's what we do here. We move on to other topics.
Okay, let's move on then.
Okay. So, then Olivia's talking about how she could beat Horacio, apparently, if they go into the challenge together. And I don't know what she's talking about. Olivia can't beat anybody, and that's what it seems like in the preview for next episode, that Olivia can't beat herself and might be eliminated. Mm-hmm. But they did some editing twists, but it seems like it's going to be her. Anyways, Nerys is asking Jay, how come in our pecking order of how we save people, because the way it goes is the winner chooses one person, next person saves another, next person saves another. how come we're always saving Mariah's boyfriend and not my boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
And even though I'm your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Fair question.
Yeah, no.
Totally fair question.
Yeah.
But they never really address it ever in any episode.
Obviously sucks.
Yeah, because Mariah's boyfriend, James, you suck. You're just a big galoot who's muscular, but you have no cardio and your muscles seem to be show, not go.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like you're not good at anything.
Right. So they're like, let's just keep him in.
Yeah, like that's obviously why
Maurice. Yeah, because we can beat him.
Because they can beat him in the final when you have to run for 48 hours.
Right.
You don't want the soccer player against you.
Right.
And then Nerys wants to quit. She starts crying and saying she's going to quit because it's not a fair game. And this is before the elimination where she ends up going in. And then we know who hates quitters. Do you know who hates quitters?
TJ.
That's right. TJ you will not be back on the show again, Nerys, if you quit. TJ will kick you off.
He didn't quit.
And then they do the thing, and then Nerys screws everybody over. Olivia.
No,
Olivia, right here, the biggest snake in the game.
Yeah.
She
got a really bad rap for this on like social media and everything else.
She's going to have a bad rap in future challenge seasons because no one's ever going to trust her or work with her again.
She's not.
So Jay's team picked Olivia early on. And then it looked like, she's going to save Nerys and Horacio and Kylan.
Yeah.
And they made a big mistake here. Yeah. And then she saves Mariah, who saves James, who saves Colleen, who saves Emmanuel.
Yeah.
And then it ends up with Nerys against Kylan and Horacio. Mm-hmm. And then when they get there, TJ says 2 are going home, not 1.
It's the big one.
It seems like obviously Nerys is going to go home, and then one of the guys, probably Kylan. And then I love the interview. Colleen says, like, who needs enemies when you got Olivia as a friend? Like, why? Like, she threw her 3 friends in. Yeah. So true.
Yeah. And she was the one that was crying.
Yeah, and then...
she wasn't sure if they were coming back.
Yeah, and then in the elimination, you called it. They kind of gave it away because the players start to give interviews. But this was the first time we saw
Horacio
in a different outfit.
Yeah, he looked different. He wasn't tan, and he was wearing a different shirt, so you could tell like that was a post interview after everything. So I'm pretty sure
Horacio is a bad actor. Like everyone else who gives interviews, they give interviews. It seems like weeks after the show, like you come back in for filming and you put yourself mentally in this situation in episode 3 and talk about it.
Okay.
And Horacio always just seems to like, he just talks like this, I was going through the motions and I was trying my best. But he has like a little smirk, like it's almost like he can't put himself...
Maybe he's just nervous, talking not. Not everybody is like us and being okay in front of the camera.
Yeah, but Horacio can't put himself there and be like, oh man, I was trying my best, like right here in the moment, this is what's happening.
That's not his character.
Yeah, but it just seems
he's
like
more subdued.
He just seems like he's getting eliminated because he can't lie, is what I'm saying. He can't sell that like, at that moment, like I thought I was going to win, like I'm in the lead.
Yeah.
At no point does he do that. Mm-hmm. Anyways, they get eliminated and Nerys surprisingly wins and then heads back to the house. It looks like it's some chaos.
It wasn't so much of a physical elimination either.
Puzzles, little bit of running.
It was running.
They also made a change in the game because last week Zara might have won, but because she did it in a different order.
They had the rope.
And she's female, and it's really not fair. I said it right away. Yeah. It's not fair that her walls and blocks are as high as the guys.
Right.
And she struggled on the wall, but she might have beat them, but her shoes were full of mud. And she couldn't do it. But if it was a lower wall or no wall, she would have won.
Yeah, because he had the steps this time.
So Nerys didn't have to go over it.
Right.
Yeah. So they changed that competition to make it a little more equal, which was nice. Mm-hmm. Not nice because I did not want Nerys to come back.
I didn't want Horacio to leave.
Yeah,
I wanted to see him.
Yeah, I think you're attracted to him.
He's super hot. Every girl can attest to this. He's like a stunner.
Well, Zara went home. That's bad news for the guys, but we still got Mariah, so we could still hang in there.
Ooh, you got a little crush on Mariah.
Apparently, that's what you think. I didn't say that. Anyways, I can't wait to see the next episode. Looks like we're coming down to the end. They eliminated 2, so there's probably only like 9 left. something like that. It's getting really close to the finals, and if there's 9 left, that means it looks like Olivia right here gets sent home in the preview, and then that's 8. They'll eliminate 2 more.
Consequences,
6
girl.
finals, always 6. So I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, hopefully she goes because she does not deserve to be in that final.
No.
Especially after the move she pulled today.
Yes.
That was not nice, Olivia.
Yes, and Olivia's going to struggle in the finals, but there is some competitions in the finals that she would do good at, but we'll have to see what they leave in there. Anyways,
Not a slingshot.
no, not a slingshot. That is a fake nose right here. She broke her nose in the last one.
A lot
and
of
they
them
gave
have
it to-
fake noses, though.
Yes, but new nose. Maybe she can't smell. She'd do good in the eating competitions.
No. She didn't do well in the eating competition a few weeks
Because
ago.
lots of people plug their nose and fake puke in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, read between the lines there. Let us know what you guys think about the episode and what's going to happen next episode. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.